It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we'll get to see the Elks' creative quarterback. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Elks and the Steamers on Sunday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and the world-renowned city of Louisville, Kentucky. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Elks of Oklahoma City taking on the Steamers of Louisville. Hi again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, joining you as always. And Charles, you check out this Louisville team. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should. And what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Meanwhile, for visiting Oklahoma City, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. Up the middle they go. It's George, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a third and long. Stewart sets to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taken right around the 44. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 7th-year quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. 2nd down and 6 now.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. That's Ward, complete right side. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Porter And he'll do a nice job here just to find his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Porter, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They'll set up the throw. And Graham on the ground. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
That's interference. Defense.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. He's going to try and do this himself. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Elks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, Stewart, and that's complete. It's Allington. So he stopped for no gain, and that'll make it second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll try the left side. George, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here's 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Throwing now, Stewart. Going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that. Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Porter. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss, because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they pulled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost, and then a little bit more.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. It's a 3rd down gain of 10 to pick up the first.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 8 at the 46-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Corner. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Here's second and 8. And he's got his man in strong. And he coughed it up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Oklahoma City has the football here to begin the second quarter. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down as they've got it as we resume action. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Well, the Louisville offense back out now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's George. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Stewart. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Well, the throw on third down knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And on now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, And it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
So here's Louisville set to take over on offense.
So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Here's Stewart to throw it. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, it's George. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now Stewart, 2nd down. His throw incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanting the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days in Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Richards. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Now a give right side. It's Porter. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 16 yards, a first down. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires. That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ward. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Second down and a yard. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
One more time for Ward here, and he's got it again.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Out of the gun now on third down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Back to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed fourth down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll look to throw again. Incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Caught. It's Ellington. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide us.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now. And this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is it something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
27 yards there, a first down.
And this offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this second quarter. They're moving it pretty good. And that helps the cause as well. Good yardage and another first down.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Stewart sets to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And his kick is indeed good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin right here in the city beautiful, Orlando, Florida, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the score line. A field goal, the difference. 17-14, the final. Next, we head off to check out another game. And as you see, they were losers earlier this afternoon. The Dreadnoughts are able to level their record at 3-3 with the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action.
This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. They'll set up to throw. He'll get this to Ward. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's caught outright by Graham. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that will bring up second down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a handoff up the middle. Porter.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Here now a third down and 8.
Back to throw here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Stewart. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Looking to throw, Stewart.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Pressure comes and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And the Louisville offense back out now.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Ellington has it, middle of the field. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw. Stewart. And he will find his man on the outside. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Up the middle they go. George.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a 1st down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a 1st down with some nice running.
Well, he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Caught that one from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Throwing now, Stewart. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Davis. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now third down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing out of the shotgun, it's Stewart. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Got it inside the 10. Still not a first yet. And he is going to be out of bounds, well short of the pylon, and that will be a turnover on downs.
That was an intriguing call. You got a chip shot field goal. Tight game. Why not just take the 3?
I know that not all the old rules apply in today's NFL, and in fact, I'd love to have an analytics coach here with us right now to say why that was probably a good play. I don't know if even the analytics coach would have said that. That seemed like a bad play. Take the points there and move on.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Now a 2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Porter. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
On third down, Porter. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Back to throw now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ward. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. The connection made. It's Graham. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
They'll try the left side. It's Porter. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
83 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. They will throw on 1st down with Stewart. And that's complete. It's Allington.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
The throw over the middle, taken in. First target, first catch at a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
It's a slant to Hill. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's George, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim 4th quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
2nd down, here's Stewart. On target over the middle to Hill. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and
1. Up the middle they go. It's George. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they'd struggled throughout this one.
They complete it to Hill. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset. They'll run on 1st down. George. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Stewart, 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's George. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now Stewart on 1st and 10. And he's got his big tight end here. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once...
And it's caught. Touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth.
If you've been waiting all day for Sunday night, it's been worth the wait. All tied here in the fourth as the kick is away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Pass complete to Ward.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
They'll drop to throw.
One more time for Ward here, and he's got it again.
Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete here.
Intended for number 81. Incomplete.
If you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here. And they'll find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And a long run there in the end to top it off. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 7. A little over 40 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Back to throw. And he finds a man in the crossing route. Down to the 10. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. This is 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, and the tackle comes quickly. That's only going to get him a couple.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball, then limit that gain.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball that gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Porter. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 129 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a give right side. It's Porter, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Louisville, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Oklahoma City, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.